Hi everybody, today I'm going to harvest some worm compost. So I'll show you how I do it, and believe me, this is not the most efficient way, but it does get the job done. What I've got here is compost inside one of those flat boxes you get from the grocery store, and you can use a regular box. That's fine. And I put it in here. It's been in here a couple days. And I had a fan blowing across the top of it for about a day because the compost, when it comes out of the plastic bins, is very wet and sticky. And you cannot put it through a screen. So I've got it here and it's dried out quite a bit. So it's much better. And then here I have an 1/8 inch hardware cloth. And I've just got a piece of it. Some people put it on a frame. You can do that. But, you know, I think I've mentioned that I'm kind of impaired when it comes to, like, building things. So this is not on a frame, it's just a piece of screen. And then I've got a cookie sheet. Here's my cookie sheet. And then I've got this container I'll put worms in. And then this is the container that the compost goes in after it's done. And here's some that's already been screened, and you can see it's a nice texture and consistency. Maybe, and it's dried out a little bit since I did it a week ago or so ago. It's still, so you can see it does have moisture in it, but maybe a little drier than I like to keep it, because when it dries out it loses its activity. But anyway, I'll show you how I do this. Okay, here we go. You grab some compost and you put it through the screen. This is fairly wet still. Probably should have left the fan on. Like, you'll find worms. Worms go in there. Oops. Worms in container. Okay, now this coarse stuff, I should have another, I need to get another container and I can dump that in. But what comes out the bottom is this, the finer stuff. And then I'll go through and I'll look for any worms that might have fallen through. And then this is where you can use light harvesting. You leave it piled up, and any worms that are in there will go to the bottom, and they'll be at the very bottom. But I don't see any worms in this one.